Hey guys, Miss Caldwell here. I just want to talk to you a little bit about theme because theme can be very difficult for students or actually anyone to understand. So I have this theme worksheet here, and these are actual thesis statements from past student papers. Sometimes it's easier to see examples from student papers for what is good and what is not so good. So I'm going to go over a few of them with you, maybe two, maybe three. I'll probably do three, and tell you what's good and what's not as some examples. And then I'll post another video of like an answer key so you guys can check yourself. I'm not going to take this for a grade or anything. It's just to help you understand theme just a little bit better. But don't feel intimidated or anything if you're not getting it right away. Theme is actually one of the hardest things, like I said, for students to understand. So you're in the same boat with everyone else across the nation, so don't worry. All right, so let's look at this. Last week I'd posted the kind of formula that you need to follow. You know, you have a device, and a device can be anything. It can be, you know, a character's words, a character's actions, plot outcomes, symbols. It can be anything that the author uses to develop a theme. And the theme is that insight into life or a life lesson. However, a theme is something, like I said, an insight into life or a life lesson that you as the reader or any reader can gain an understanding or learn a lesson from. So if you're writing a theme thesis and you're writing about a piece of literature and analyzing the theme, you have to have that insight into life transcend the story and come to the reader. So you cannot just keep it, in this case, in the younger family, or just on Mama, or just on Walter. Okay, it has to transcend the story and go to the reader somehow. So let me show you a few of these, and we'll talk about what is good and what's not about them. All right, so the first one. Hansberry uses characters' words to illustrate that people, even in the lowest of times, must have pride. So what device? Right here we have the character's words. That is the device that this particular student author said that Hansberry is using. That's a good device. What's the insight into life? That people, even in the lowest of times, must have pride. Is that a good, clear statement of theme? Yes. Because I, as the reader, can learn from that. You, as the reader, can learn from that. That, oh, even in, you know, my really low times, I still need to have pride. Okay? So, how would this author develop that? Many different ways to organize it. For example, people in the lowest of times must have pride. You might have a paragraph about Mama and how Mama's words, you know, show that even if you're having a hard time in life, you still have to have pride. You could talk about Walter's words. You could use Beneatha's words. Okay, so you can develop that in different ways. All right, so let's look at number 2. Through symbols, Hansberry communicates the theme that Mama's plant represents her care and her dream for her family. What's the device? Symbols. The insight into life, the Mama's plant represents her care and her dream for her family? Maybe. Is it a clear statement of theme? Absolutely not. Why not? Because that's just illustrating that Mama's plant represents her family. Okay, well, what about me? What about you? You know, there's no theme there because it doesn't transcend the story and come to you as the reader. So you have to have an insight into life that transcends the story. So this thesis statement is not good because it does not have a clear statement of theme. And if your thesis doesn't have a clear statement of theme, then the rest of your paper is going to be off track. This is why I really want you to have good thesis statements before the paper, okay? All right, so this is a no-no. All right, number 3. Through characters' dialogue, Hansberry expresses the theme that dreams have a purpose. Device, dialogue. Insight into life, dreams have a purpose. Clear statement of theme, I would say kind of in between. It would be like a C-. There is kind of a theme there because I can learn, oh, dreams have a purpose. I need to have dreams in my life. But it's not a clear statement of theme. It's not a good one. It's way too vague. Here's another hint. When you're writing a theme thesis or a theme paper, never use the word theme. Your theme should be strong enough that you never have to say, oh, here's a big flashing light, here's my theme. Okay, that's kind of elementary. So that's what I'm talking about. This is so vague right here that this author had to put in, here's the theme. You should never do that because your theme should be strong enough that you never have to point it out and say, oh, here it is. Does that make sense? So this is not a good thesis statement. Technically, it fulfills the requirement that it's a theme, but that would be like a C-. Okay, so you want something a lot better than that. Let's go ahead and do another one since it's on the front page. Hansberry uses symbols to communicate the theme of dreams squashed. I think you can probably hear that's a really horrible one. The device symbols, Insight and Alive, I can't even find it there. Dreams squashed, no, that's horrible. And I think you can probably, hear that as we read it. Okay? All right, so that's the first 4. I think it goes to 13 maybe. Yeah. So it scrolls down to 13. You guys can try to figure those out on your own. I'll post another video a little bit later going through the correct answers for the rest of them for you. Okay? Hopefully that helps. I've almost gone through everybody's theme thesis statement. I'll finish those here in just a few minutes. So some of you have already rewritten yours and sent it to me again. So I'll get to those too in just a little bit. All right, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.